Welcome to the Mercy Project video series. The corporal work of mercy of burying the dead tells us that it's an act of love and respect to care for our brothers and sisters who have passed away. We care for them because all of us are made in the image and likeness of God.
Hello there, my name is Paul Holland. I'm a family service director here at Queen of Heaven Cemetery. I go to St. Catherine of Siena in Martinez, and I have a wife. We've been married about 2 years now. We have a beautiful little baby girl.
Yeah, my name is Ernie Deloa. I'm a parishioner at St. Mark Church in Richmond, California. I'm married, my wife Ursula, and I have 2 beautiful kids.
So I've been involved with the funeral ministry here in the Diocese of Oakland. I guess it really goes all the way back to about 2004. I actually started working with Ernie at St. Joseph Cemetery all those years ago, helping him out in the grounds, cutting grass and assisting with burials and things like that. But eventually, after a while, through my dad actually, he's a deacon down at St. Catherine of Siena, and he's also the manager at Holy Cross Cemetery in Antioch. He knew that they needed some help with the funeral home that the diocese was just opening up.
The person who inspired me to work in the Catholic cemeteries actually 26 years ago, it was my father, who also worked in St. Joseph Cemetery, and my mother.
We basically care for the families of those that are left behind. So when someone passes, that's what our biggest focus is caring for these people who are basically going through the worst thing they've ever been through in their lives. And that starts right from the moment the person passes and they call us not sure what to do and how to do it and what's the next step. Right from that moment, we take them into our care and we walk them through all the steps and the processes. We facilitate getting their loved one picked up, taken into our care immediately as soon as possible. And then from there, we sit down with the family, we set up an appointment, and we start talking to them about what their options are in terms of services. And that can be everything is as big as a full-blown traditional Catholic funeral with all the different components and parts to just a simple graveside service here at the cemetery. You know, we walk with the families every step of the way. We go on the services with them. We're there at the church greeting their guests, and we help them facilitate the Mass, and of course then the procession to the cemetery. And that's kind of where Ernie comes in at that point with caring for the burial of the casket itself.
Yeah, like Paul is saying, it's not just a job, but it's a ministry of Jesus Christ in the church. Like Paul said, we wait here for the funeral procession at the front gate to guide them to the funeral site, meaning ground burial, mausoleum burial, or cremation burial. Our job is to set up the funeral site for this family who bring the loved ones here, and to help whatever we can.
I'm able to see God really in every single day, every single family that I meet with. This is not something I ever thought I'd be involved in, this type of work, but it's something that is absolutely rewarding because we get to see on a daily basis the grace that people are capable of. I'm working with families who have just lost their spouses, their children, and you get to see really people at their worst, but you also get to see people at their best.
Yeah, there's a couple who comes here every day to pay their respect for her daughter who passed away of cancer, and they always talk to me. I always approach them and I talk to them, and I always say to them, other people who lost a loved one, there's no words coming from the bottom of my heart to tell them to feel better, but with the mercy of God and praying will help them to continue their life.
You know, I would suggest to anyone that wanted to be involved in this ministry, and probably the best thing to do would be go to your local parish and just ask them if there's anything you can help out with their funeral ministry, because most parishes have volunteers who come in to help out with ushering, singing, and playing if you know any instruments, and then of course they always need that help, and that's something that a lot of folks don't think about or know about that they can be involved in.